Okay, a lot of you have been posting comments about our 10 on Your Side special report about women and wine. Nicole Livas did some research and interviewed a local addiction counselor and a woman who says her drinking almost made her lose her family. But Nicole also talked to an international author via Skype who wrote a book called Drink, documenting her problem and why it's so prevalent.
And you can be just fine 2/3 of the time, but if you overconsume, which means more than 4 drinks in 2 hours on a regular basis and maybe blackout, you can get yourself into an awful lot of trouble. And as we all know, when you're talking about campuses, college campuses, this is the #1 date rape drug.
And Nicole Livas joins us now with a follow-up to that special report.
Anita, that author brings up a point a lot of folks are discussing, overconsumption. It's not just an issue about how people behave when they're drunk. It's about what the alcohol is doing to their bodies. And that's why we brought Ashley Rezavi, a nurse practitioner with Bon Secours, here to talk to us about those health implications. Thank you for joining us. Ashley, I guess first of all, the big confusion I think people are posting, they're saying, how much is too much? Some folks say, hey, I have a glass of wine every day to unwind. Isn't that okay? Don't they say 1 drink is fine? What are the implications there?
Well, we know that overconsumption is more than 7 drinks in a week. And overconsumption is also more than 3 glasses of wine or a beer or whatever your drink of choice is at one sitting. So, and overconsumption has a lot of implications that I don't think people are realizing the gravity of the situation.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of comments where people are really just joking about it, thinking like, I do this all the time. And especially they talk about men. Why is it okay for guys to have a 6-pack? Well, women, our bodies are different and we process alcohol differently. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So women, we have a completely different makeup of our body. We have different water, we have less water in our body. We also have less enzymes, the liver enzymes that actually break down the alcohol. So a woman who is consuming, let's say, 1 beer, sitting next to a man of the same stature, of the same size, having the same beer, she will actually absorb 30% more of that alcohol than the man will.
And I mentioned in my report about mixing medications. A lot of women are on medications, and we have hormones that are different than guys.
Right. So a lot of the medications that need to be watched in particular are those psychiatric medications, the SSRIs. Those can really increase the effects of alcohol, and they can actually make people feel as if they're blacking out. The next morning they'll wake up and they don't really remember after less drinks. As well as women, it affects our hormones. It affects our estrogen and our androgens. So menstrual cycles can be messed up.
Fertility.
Fertility, yeah.
I also saw about the risk of alcohol use, that it goes up when there's depression, anxiety, even a history of sexual abuse, and that's big with women.
It is, yes. Not to mention that when you're over-consuming, you have decreased inhibitions, and it has been linked to intimate partner violence, rape. I mean, we just saw on TV about college campuses. So.
Something to pay close attention to. Thank you so much. Ashley Rezavi from Bon Secours Medical Group.
Thank
and
you.
A reminder for you to check out my special report on wavy.com. We linked several resources to help you or someone you love, including a quiz that gives you feedback on your alcohol use. It's all there on wavy.com. Nicole Livas, 10 on Your Side.